Happy Friday, everyone. As you can see, I'm flying solo today. My better half is missing. She's actually over in the bedroom taking care of a sick one. We've got a young one that's pretty rough off, but hey, it's kind of the reason we do what we do, so that we can still get our work done, but actually be home with our kids and take care of them. So with that, I'm just going to jump right into it. I'm not going to take up a lot of your time today. We all know I'm not good at these things when I'm alone, so I'm just going to blow right through it. It's actually a pretty easy one for me to talk about. I'm just going to kind of touch on some veterans programs and kind of what the VA home loan means. And as a veteran, this is a lot of things that I don't even know. So it's cool to kind of talk through this and just kind of dig into it. Definitely, as a veteran, when it comes time to purchase your home, go talk to someone that's knowledgeable in the area. Your agents are going to definitely point you in the right direction, but the loan originators, they're going to be the people that really and truly are going to take care of you. VA home loan, it's really a great deal for veterans, and as agents, it's kind of our responsibility to make sure that the veterans are getting taken care of along the way. As you may or may not know, I know it all too well. VA is a drawn-out process, to say the least. So anytime you are thinking about using a VA home loan, or if you're helping someone that's going to be using a VA home loan, make sure you start that process really quickly. I love what they do for us, and it's a great program, but it does take some time to get that program going and get all the eligibility paperwork. And then if you happen to fall into the disabled vet category, that takes even longer. So you just want to make sure you give yourself enough time to get all that paperwork done. So if you're thinking about using it, start that process before you even start looking for a home. You want to get all those certificates of eligibility, all the blocks checked and everything done before you start looking, because you don't want to find your dream home and then all of a sudden you lose it because, you're 2-3 months waiting for this certificate of eligibility. I know I'm personally looking at setting mine up, and it's wanting to know just a whole list of things that, Lord, I can't remember. I can barely remember my name some days, let alone when I served where and from what dates to what dates. So just give yourself a lot of time with that. One of the cool things that I found out about the VA home loan process is they've got multiple programs inside of that. One of them is the VA foreclosure program. And what that does is that goes and helps you look up foreclosed homes that, typically when you get a foreclosure, you don't really know what you're going to get. A lot of times people will go and, take everything out of there, their trashed homes, and it's just not a good living environment. A lot of investors can take them and flip them and turn them into a very profitable house, but oftentimes, a soldier just needs to get into a home. They don't want to flip the home. They just need a really good deal, right? Foreclosure is obviously going to be a really good deal, but how do you know that you're going to find one that is going to be in good shape? Well, the VA foreclosure program is going to make sure those homes are certified and they're livable to the VA standards. And one thing the VA does right is the home inspectors that come in there and the appraisers, they make sure that that house actually going to be worth the money that the VA is going to put into it. So it really takes care of the veteran. And that's really a good thing, talking about foreclosures, obviously people fall on hard times. And another cool program that I just learned about when I was getting ready for this video is the loan forbearance. Forbearance, I don't know, everybody knows I'm horrible with words, but forbearance, right? Bear. But that's basically, it's not a loan forgiveness, but if a vet falls on hard times, they lose their job, whatever, and they're starting to get behind, they're going to put in a temporary stop. Basically, they're going to let them get caught up. They're going to not take the house. It's not going to initiate the foreclosure part. They're going to work with the veteran to make sure they get back on track. Again, this is something that is way above my pay grade, but it was cool to learn about this and read about this. So if you're a veteran and you are falling on hard times, reach out to the people that hold your loan. They're going to help you out. You just talk to them, give them a call, figure out what you can do. But it's good that there are all these programs. And then I touched on this early, the disability status. Unfortunately, a lot of vets nowadays are falling themselves in the disabled category, myself as well. And it's a nightmare on the best case to get all that stuff sorted out. But I just can't stress it enough. If you do fall in that category, make sure you're giving yourself enough time. There's a lot of assistance that can come in there. There's a lot of other avenues that you can go about this, but you just want to make sure that you're talking to your loan originator, you're working together, and you're giving yourself plenty of time to get this stuff sorted out, because it will take a long time. And then also, with that, make sure that you're talking to people that are knowledgeable in this area. You know, someone that has no knowledge of anything VA related is not going to be your go-to person for this. You want to make sure you're talking to the right people, and you're getting in touch and you're getting the right information. You're not just getting, you know, one thing you read on Google over here, another thing you read over here. You know, do your due diligence. Find out the right answer. Find people that are the experts in these categories and go to them. We're happy to recommend plenty of loan originators that are very familiar in it. We're going through it ourselves. You know, I'm a veteran. We're going to be going through this process. We're not currently in it, but it's because I know that it takes a lot of time to get all the paperwork up. So I'm actually doing the paperwork myself to get this stuff going, to get that certificate of eligibility, so that I know I can move forward when we're ready to do that. And that's just, you know, the biggest thing with it all. It's like, make sure that you're doing the right steps and you're talking to the right people. There's a lot of stuff out there for you, and it can be very overwhelming and very scary to go at it alone. So don't go at it alone. Much like a lot of these conversations that we have with you all, it's, you know, we're here to help. We're here to point you in the right direction. If we're not the go-to people, we're going to find the go-to people that are going to get you that answer. And that's just kind of one of our promises that we have as a company, is that we're going to be there with you. And if we're not the best, we're going to get you the best in that area. And this is no different. You know, the VA process, it's a pain, and we know how emotionally draining it can be and how cumbersome it can be, and we want to be there in your corner to help get you through that process. We're going to get you the lenders that you need to talk to. And so with that, have a great weekend. I'm going to go in there and be with my wife and my kid and hopefully nurse him back and get him feeling better. But you guys have a great weekend. We'll talk to you next week. Have a good one.